With just 2 weeks to go until the World Athletics Championships gets underway in Oregon, we are beginning to see which athletes are now the favourites to take home a medal in the 100 metres. In this video, we will take a look at which countries are represented by athletes who have a shot at making it onto the podium. The first country we will look at is the USA, who have 4 athletes who will all be likely finalists and all have a good chance at winning a medal. These athletes are Fred Kerley, Trayvon Bromell, Christian Coleman and Marvin Bracy. Based off what we just saw at US Champs, I'm going to say that Fred Kerley is the most likely of these 4 to win a medal. Kerley won silver at the Olympics last year, while his teammate Bromell failed to make it to the final. But this year, I think Kerley will be regarded as the favourite to take home the 100 metre gold over everyone else that's competing. En route to winning the US Champs, Kerley ran 2 consecutive 9.7 races, and if he was holding something back in order to peak right on time at the World Champs, then he may have a very special performance left in store for us. The next country who will have high hopes to bring home a medal is Jamaica. The top 3 qualifiers from the Jamaican Champs were Johan Blake, Oblique Seville and Akeem Blake. Prior to the Jamaican final, I would have said that Oblique Seville was undoubtedly Jamaica's best chance at winning a medal, given how smooth he looked in his 9.86 run this season. But after Johan Blake beat him in the final, I have to give the edge to Johan, given that he has over a decade of championship experience, never finishing lower than 5th place in a major final. Johan won the Jamaican final with a time of 9.85, which was the fastest time he had ran since 2012, before he sustained his major injury. This unexpected performance raises the question of how fast he may be able to run in Eugene if the beast has truly managed to rediscover his former power. Another country that will be hoping to take home a medal this year is Italy. Italy's star man is the current Olympic champion Marcel Jacobs. Jacobs' fastest time this season is 10.04, and in his most recent race he ran a time of 10.12 to win the Italian 100 metre final. Jacobs got off to an ideal start this season by winning gold in the 60 metres at World Indoors while taking a big chunk off his personal best time. This seemed like the beginning of an even better campaign than last year, but a number of fitness setbacks led to Jacobs pulling out of races, so he may not be as race sharp as he was expecting to be. Jacobs stayed under the radar last year, with most of his races leading up to Tokyo recording times around the 10-second range, only for him to hit PRs in 3 consecutive races at the Olympics. I'm not yet willing to rule out the possibility of Jacobs setting a new PR in Eugene. The next country that has been spoiled with medals in recent years is Canada, thanks to the clutch performances of Andre De Grasse. Similar to Jacobs, De Grasse hasn't run any blazing time so far this season, but he has a track record of peaking for championships. I think that if De Grasse is going to medal again this year, he'll need to run a new lifetime best, possibly below 9.85, given that there will be multiple athletes competing against him with PRs in the 9.7 range. South Africa's best prospect for attaining a medal is going to be Akani Simbine. Simbine finished 4th in Doha in 2019 and 4th in Tokyo in 2021. Simbine has the talent necessary to run the time that can get him onto the podium, but the question is whether he'll be able to execute his race when it matters most. He has yet to run sub 10 this season, so it's hard to judge yet how he might perform when he gets to the championship, but he has proven to be an extremely consistent sprinter over the past 6 years. Kenya has never traditionally been associated with the shorter sprints, but one man who's breaking the mould is Ferdinand Omanyala. Omanyala just missed out on the Olympics final last year, finishing 3rd in the semi-final heat with 10 seconds flat. Since then he's gone on to run a number of sub-10s, including 9.79 in Nairobi last year. This year he will be hoping to make it to the final of the World Champs, and with his confidence I think he believes he can beat anyone in the world on his day. Back in May, Omanyala showed that he is almost impossible to run down once he gets some separation from the rest of the field. Despite having a stocky build, he demonstrates a top speed that even Fred Kerley has struggled to stay in touch with. Whether he can replicate these performances on American soil, we'll have to wait and see. The final country I will be discussing for this video is Great Britain. Between their top 2 sprinters, Rhys Prescott and Zarnell Hughes, I'm going to give Prescott the edge to finish the championship with a better placing. Prescott ran the fastest time of his life this year with a 9.93 in Ostrava, which is more impressive when considering he ran from lane 8 and into a headwind of 1.2. Despite running against a world-class field, the next closest athlete to him finished over a 1/10 of a second behind. Prescott's inconsistency is something that has hindered him throughout the years, but if he can make it to the final and pull out a wonder performance that he has shown he's capable of, then he may be a dark horse to grab himself a medal. Do you think any other athletes have a shot of making their way onto the podium? Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching.